Hello, friends. Running Kimono here. So it is Wednesday, October the 22nd, and we are looking at the best midweek deals over at Walgreens, Dollar General, and Meyer, which is a grocery store in the Midwest. And we have the big tide. If you guys could do me a huge kindness before we dive into the deals, and please give this video a big enthusiastic thumbs up, I would be so grateful. And if you have that hype button, press it, because sometimes these midweek videos get lost. First thing we're going to talk about before we talk about anything is the Fetch Rewards app is celebrating Fetchtopia. Select items will be double the points. We're all trying to save $1 or $2, so this would definitely be worth you doing a little bit of scrolling. I'm just showing you a couple examples, but whatever was supposed to be 1,000 points is now 2,000 points. They run this for until they run out of points, so it's usually about a week, and every day there's something a little bit extra, especially at Walgreens, so we're going to have to look at that. If you have not signed up for the app, here is my referral code, or check the link in the notes if you wish to sign up. It's just one of these things that even if you're not really big into the app, sometimes when they have these offers like Fetchtopia, it really makes it worth it, because we're going to be finding a lot of freebies in the next week or so. If you were curious about signing up, check out the link in the description. Okay, so we are at Walgreens, and we are still talking about the Purex, because that rebate from Sunday in fact reset, and now IBOTTA, a different app, actually put it under the Walgreens part of the app. So we have it for both the pods and the liquid, and it's of a limit of 2 per transaction. So I grabbed 2 more liquids. I still can't track down those pods. They're $1.99 a pop, so that's $3.98. Photographed my receipt to IBOTTA for $2 back. It makes it $1.98 for the 2, or 99 cents per. It is okay to use Walgreens cash if you're doing this deal with no booster, but 99-cent detergent, I'm definitely stocking up this week because that is a fantastic price point. Now we're just going to talk about rolling deals. You see where my big hamburger helper hand is pointing, that little pink box of the Summer's Eve? They are on a promotion of buy one, get one 50% off at $2.99, $5 register reward when you purchase 2. Grabbing 2 of those, it'll be $4.48. Roll $4 in Walgreens cash. You're getting back a $5 store register reward, making this free, plus a 51-cent money maker. It's okay to use Walgreens cash if you're doing the deal with no booster. This register reward you can actually use on anything. It's not just feminine care. It will scan on anything. If the cashier reads it for line, obviously you won't be able to use it, but if they just scan it, you should be able to use it. Why not use it in this next transaction? And maybe you use this as your feminine care to clean yourself. I certainly do. These are buy one, get one 50% off, and we have a 5 off 2 digital coupon. And if you can get that store coupon to also work for feminine care, try. I mean, the worst they can say is no, but a lot of us are able to get it to scan. So grabbing 2 of these body washes is going to be $10.18 on a buy one, get one 50% off. Subtracting the digital plus the store, you're paying 18 cents for the 2. And what a deal to get some very inexpensive body wash. I know a lot of us are trying to stock up on this specific product. It's a favorite for Christmas. Now, another deal alternatively is if you want to put it into this one, which is the Brawny at $6.49. But we're going to look at it not using that $5 store, because some of you might not be able to track down the Summer's Eve. We have this dollar digital alternatively. So for this one, grabbing 2 of those, it's $12.98. Subtracting that dollar digital, you'll pay $11.98. Get back a $5 register reward. Photograph your receipt for $1 back from Swagbucks if the rebate is still there for you, making it $5.98 for the 2, or $2.99 per unit. It is okay to use Walgreens cash if you're doing the deal with no booster, and this friend will print for you. This is a Georgia Pacific product, and we're going to take this one and roll it into the next deal. That is this. It is a 2 for $9. For the Angel Soft, $3 reward when you purchase 3. And we have this, which is the $1.50 off of 3. So please make sure you have this friend loaded. So this is just a very basic deal. Grabbing 3 of these, it's $13.50. Subtracting that $1.50 digital, And if you have that $5 register reward from Brawny, throw it into this one. You're going to pay $7, get back a $3 register reward, making it $4 for the 3. I mean, just such a great price point, guys. If not, it's $9 for the 3 or $3 per unit. If you're doing this deal with no booster, yes, you can use some Walgreens cash to pay down the balance. Here's our friend printing out of the machine, which is a $3 register reward. Now, if you want to roll this into the next deal, we're going to look at that. We're going to grab one of these small spaces. I think the price is now $3.49, and then a Dawn dish soap for $3.99. We have a $2 digital and another $2 digital for both products. And so looking at this, one of each is $7.48, subtracting the $4 in digital coupons plus a $3 register reward from Angel Soft. You're paying 48 cents for the 2, which is a fantastic price point. More clearance that we're starting to see includes some of the Halloween. They're taking a couple dollars off these adorable Squishimals. I want them 80% off. If you are into fizzy drinks, this is like a ginger root beer by Vizia, 50% off for $4.49 for 8 cans. And then more kids' toys at 90% off. The Floofies were $1 and those other stackers were 93 cents. Still look for them and ask for price checks for the clearance toys. I made a video last week showing you a bunch of visuals, and I'm still finding them. I'll link that at the very end, guys. And the next store that we have that's my absolute favorite is Dollar General. Special shout out and thank you to Christie's Connections and her team for putting out a video yesterday about the surprise penny list. So much food, which is my favorite. I am going to let you guys know I even struggled with this list. One store was an absolute feast and the rest was a famine. So if you are in the store doing something else, by all means look for this stuff, but it will be more difficult to find. Very experienced penny shopper here, and I'm just letting you guys know what I was finding yesterday in store. A quick rundown, open up the Dollar General app, scan any of these barcodes. If it's bringing up 0.00 at the register, it should be a penny. It might say item not sold at your store. It always says that when the stuff gets Z'd out of the system or cleared out of the system. So, yep, and the first item we're going to talk about is the Hostess Ho-Hos, or little chocolate cakes. They did just expire as well, but there's so many preservatives in there, I think they'll be fine for a little bit, or you can always toss them in the freezer as well. And then here is the barcode, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly where I found this. I found this at the front where they have all the different Hostess cakes. I think Hostess must have a contract where I live where all their stuff must be put together. And it's at the front as a convenience food. So when you're going in the store at the end of the day to pick up something for dinner or whatever, you're like, oh, those donuts look mighty appetizing. And they have it merchandised on these little trolleys or little like carts that move around. So just keep an eye out for that. And that's where I found them. I'm just going to blast through the following. I'm not going to talk about each and every one individually other than they rang up for a penny. And I found these all in the regular aisles. I made a YouTube short yesterday showing exactly where I found them in each store. And I was in like the regular aisles. And that's where all this stuff was starting to populate. This has a Fetch Rewards rebate. For me, it's 50 cents when you buy 2. Again, thank you to Christie's Connection. She did put that bug in my ear. And always look at the expiry date. The thing with food is that this is the Fetch rebate. The thing with food, if it's expired, they have the right to refuse the sale. So just be mindful of that. And do you really want to buy the Wolf brand chili from 2 years ago? I mean, it's probably not safe to eat something that's like 3 years expired. I did find a bunch of these at one store, and but it was like feast or really big famine. And the devil really is in the details, because even this company, Starkist, they have so many different hot sauce tuna creations, but it has to be the hot buffalo one with bold. And I only found one of these. May contain bones. I have to be careful when I consume that one. And this one had a really long expiry date of 2027. And the spicy seafood noodles, I think my husband's going to enjoy this. It's supposed to be really, really hot. I only found one of these. And then just to show you my gorgeous, gorgeous receipt, here it is. Definitely worth going in the store and looking around if you have nothing to do. But I think like 2 or 3 stores I went to, I found nothing. It was a very challenging list. I think a lot of this stuff was in the clearance event last May. A lot of it is like stuff with buffalo or ranch, which is really interesting. So I don't know if they're not going to be selling it anymore at the Dollar General or what, or just expired. But definitely worth looking for, but it might be a harder one to find. And the spaghetti sauce, didn't find a single one. Store that we have is Meyer, which is a grocery store in the Midwest. This morning, which is Wednesday the 22nd, we got this, which is a 10 off of a $50 purchase of P&G, valid till November the 4th. So we're going to load the following coupons because we're grabbing 5 for this cart that include the $2 off for the pack plus your 10 off of 50. The 5 off of 1 for that really big detergent, $3 off for the Bounce Intense dryer sheets. I think it's just supposed to really smell very strong. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. The $2 for the Gain dryer sheets. And then we also have a $2 off for the Small Spaces by Febreze. So just to jog through what's in the cart, I'm just going to show you these. I also recommend that when you're in store to use the shop and scan to ensure that our math is lining up perfectly. And if you don't like some of the stuff that I'm picking out, you can always go in the app and the 10 off 50, what is attaching, you can go through manually, but this is the lowest out of pocket I could find. So we're also throwing in one of those intenses. One of the double packs of the Febreze car clips, a lot of people really enjoy those as well. And then we're also going to be tossing into our cart one of the Gain dryer sheets for, I think it's $9.99, but we have a $2 digital for that. And then one of the Small Spaces, and we also have another $2 digital for that. So just to show you the overall balance for my cart, $54.95. And I needed that last small space to get the math to reconcile, which is really weird. You could see the 10 off 50 along with all my digital coupons coming off for the total of $26.15 for the 5 items. And I think that is not a bad little price point. Good luck, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.